George, it's a pleasure to catch you here at Aviation Festival Asia. We were looking for some time to take an interview from one of the best specialists on AI and data in the loyalty and travel industry. And there is few very fundamental questions that we wanted to cover with you. We are coming with a loyalty perspective as a global loyalty organization. You are the head of data and AI. If you had 30 seconds, kind of very fast elevator pitch, if you had to define what AI and data can be the adding to loyalty, what that would be?
Well, I think one of the touch points when it comes to customers is definitely going to be loyalty, right? So if I were to put one advice to the loyalty business would be to get the data right? And because the trend is going into super apps on the retail side of things.
True.
So, and any retail app where data is not available, they're looking at the loyalty side of things. So loyalty is going to supercharge that super app. So loyalty business is at the crucial stage where the super app revolution is coming in. So in IBS, we are building, we already have something called an iRetail platform. And the strong point there is that it's a natural synergy where the loyalty iLoyal product is now synergizing with iRetail. So that's chemistry along with our AWS partnership is going to be huge. And Marcus, as you know, our head, he sees that as well as our retail. So I think that is going to be super apps. Retail business is going to be, it's going to boom like anything. So loyalty is at that cusp where it's going to be huge.
You as the head of data and AI, you are able to see across different sectors, airlines, hotels, retail, trying to implement data and AI solutions. What are you seeing from your side? What are the biggest mistakes the loyalty teams approaching data, or the heads of loyalty, or even the boards of the companies asking them to implement the AI into loyalty? What are the biggest mistakes they're making?
I think the loyalty platforms across all the airlines, or generally any kind of loyalty platform, the whole concept of a platform has dissolved, right? So the walls that are bounding the platforms, it's gone. So you need to now have interoperability. So today, systems have to actually interoperate with the others, especially loyalty. So there is a need for opening up your platforms to MCPs and agents talking to agents. So I think that is one of the reluctance to do that is a mistake. So I think the way forward is that. So if you don't do that, that will be clearly a mistake.
What we're seeing in travel specifically, a lot of our partners and our members at Global Loyalty Organization, they previously, typically, we're seeing customers booking either directly or through the OTAs.
Yeah.
Now, according to our research, up to 60% of the customers are using agents, AI agents,
Correct.
to at least plan the trip.
Correct.
There is still not in many places the link is missing between the planning of the trip and actual booking. But how do you see the whole customer journey, customer process changing with the essence of the AI? And what are the biggest challenges that you're seeing now?
One of the biggest transformation we're seeing is the other day we were presenting to one of our clients, the experience AI brings in when to design your journey. It's actually flipping everything around. So which shows that loyalty platforms are going to take away a lot of the business from the OTA, right? And it's going to make sure that, and it's a good thing. And you need to invest in that, because the more you get what we call first-party data, which is crucially important. Because once you get more data harvested, more experiences for more benefits for your clients can brought in. So, yeah, recommendations and all sorts of value propositions for your customers we brought in.
What we are seeing in the community is that a lot of companies started to talk about AI excessively last year.
Yeah.
Everybody started to put their toes into attempt to understand how the AI can be implemented in the loyalty solution as CX. But As Dario Amadei, the head of Anthropic, said, 3 months in the AI world is a century. And we're seeing the latest models, especially paid solutions, are miles ahead what we seen a year ago. From the standpoint of the head of loyalty, from the teams, from the budgets, limited budgets, investments, does it make sense still to try something now, even if something much more advanced will come out in 3 years, or follow rather than be the first entrant?
No, I think so what we have learned from the market is speed is the new economy, right? And you can't afford to stand on the buy side. You have to enter now. And the way to do that is you need to pick your battles. You need to prioritize what is important for you. A large carrier or a large organization, they can choose to do ambitious projects. But the smaller ones, they need to choose what are the priority aspects. Nevertheless, because the intelligence, like the Anthropic CEO said, today if you look at it, it is commoditized, highly commoditized. So everybody's got that intelligence. You can't just wait on the side. And you need to take that to your advantage, start incorporating it into it. But while incorporating that, you need to understand that trust is the most important aspect because you're dealing with your direct customers. So you've got to have a responsible way of doing this. And that's why in IBS, one of the key aspects when we implement AI is trust, right? So trust is, you have to bake it in. You've got to structurally put it in your system by, all sorts of processes around the AI. So, and on top of that, there are human in the loop sort of processes as well. So, I think we're past sitting on the side. We should be in the game, choose your battles, fight on. Yeah.
George, if there will be one advice that you could give as the head of data and AI of one of the largest loyalty solution providers in the industry to the head of loyalty of the operator, be it airline, hotel, or retailer, what that would be?
Yeah. I don't want to be patronizing, but my view is that, the first thing they've got to think about is getting their data right. When I say data right, it's the ontology aspect. Ontology means, definitions of what your business. So like, what is your customer? How do you define your customer in your system? Because the same customer definition in the PSS system across all the other systems. So make sure you're aligned with all those, right? That's one thing. The second aspect is when you're defining your product or the use cases, I think it is important to also be pragmatic, not to put AI all over the place. You need AI, but then you should think about it because the cost of these AI agents they are not cheap, right? So you need to also think how to bound those requirements within a particular, so that the cost doesn't balloon. So I think that's a challenge. But then, the people who actually do it right, it will be the best. So I think that is two pieces of advice.
Agree. Yeah. So it's always the scale and the skill.
The scale and the skill. Yeah. So you should scale, right? But then the skill aspect, you should be wary about it and then try to compartmentalize it.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
All right.